Welcome to the Eye on Annapolis Local Business Spotlight. There are thousands of locally owned businesses in the area, some small and some large. Some you may know and others you don't. But one thing they all have in common is a great story, and we want to share it with you. Join us every Saturday as we talk to the founders, the owners, and the managers of local businesses you have come to know and love, and those you will come to know and love. Now here's your host, John Frenay, with this week's Local Business Spotlight.
I'll tell you, what, every town has their characters. I mean, we had Carl Lester on West Street. I will say we are down here at Bean Rush Cafe in West Annapolis with what I would consider one of Annapolis's characters as well. He's an original character. Some people,
I like that.
Yeah, some people, my term, they said, how would you describe him? Flamboyant comes out into the word, but I knew you in the rock and roll days. There's no secret that my favorite dessert is pies, and there is no other secret that the best pies in the world are coming from Chef Big Money, and you are our repeat guest here again.
Oh, thanks a lot, John.
So, Ben, how are you?
Doing great, man. Doing great. Your favorite pie is also cherry.
It absolutely is cherry pie.
That's one of my best customers.
Which is who sang that song? Come on.
Cherry Bomb is by that.
Cherry
the
Bomb.
Runaways.
Okay.
Cherry Bomb.
The Big Money pies. I mean, I've been singing the phrases ever since I discovered them, and I will. I think Rob Tim from WRNR turned me on to that. Absolutely hooked ever since, and I'm always happy to talk about pies. My waist is not always happy to talk about them, but it's sacrifices need to be made.
I'm blushing, John. I'm blushing.
Man. But your pies are available at the Riva Road Farmers Market, which may be called the Harry Truman Parkway Farmers Market, depending on
whose opinion. The corner of.
But you were there only on Saturdays, right?
Correct.
Okay. And you are what I guess they call, is it a cottage industry?
Cottage food
Kitchen?
business.
Okay.
I think it's the official term the state of Maryland uses.
And that's essentially, that means you don't have a factory plant out in Jessup that's churning out thousands and thousands of these every hour.
I'm a one-man shop. It's just,
I've been to your shop, man, and it was more than a man. There's a woman there that's keeping you in line, too.
Yes, my girlfriend keeps me in line. Miss Ursula handles all my social media, which attributes to a lot of my success.
But that is the prime spot to get a hold of one of these pies. And I do recommend that everybody should. And I mean, what are the flavors? I mean, you mentioned that I love cherry, which I do. I have veered off the course a little bit on, just to appease other people in the family.
Right.
But I go back. I mean, what other flavors do you guys have?
Well, I've cut back. This is my 11th year.
Holy mackerel.
And so as I'm getting older, I've scaled back my menu. So I have my basic 5 flavors: apple, blueberry, cherry, peach, and strawberry rhubarb. And then I do seasonal pumpkin pie, for Thanksgiving. Okay. So 6 pies to choose from. And people can buy at the farm every Saturday from April until the 1st of the year. And then people order and pick up at my home bakery also.
So is that a 365 type of a...
At my home bakery, 365. The Saturday market closes.
Right.
January, February, March.
So, I mean, in February, if I'm having a fix, I can text you and...
Yes, I appreciate that. I like the money to continue to roll in all year round. It's nice.
You also do...
Big money.
Jellies and jams.
Yes.
And breads and stuff like that. So, I mean, I guess this is sort of a byproduct of the pies.
Well, yeah, rolls. People need rolls for Thanksgiving. They're fun to make. People love them. I make biscuits, and I have a monkey bread that I named after myself.
The money bread.
Yeah, the money bread. Easy one.
You can go to Chef Big Money's Facebook page, and there's a phone number on there. What's the phone number? I know you can text, which is... Yeah, you're sort of old school, man.
Yes.
You don't have this online ordering or anything like that.
Right.
You got to face them face to face.
Well, yes, I like the text because it keeps a record of what's going on in our conversation. And that's the easiest way to get to me, through text, because email, as everybody knows, you can't even sort through that anymore.
Right.
So, and I tried the online, and I'm old. It got confusing for me, to tell you the truth.
And you're doing a good thing for the youth of today. You're actually making them communicate with somebody.
Right.
Face to face to figure that out.
Phone calls, text, Facebook messages. I have a couple websites. I have a Facebook website, Chef Big Money, and I also have a Square. They're the credit card processing company. They provide a website also.
Okay. Okay. So then you do take cash and credit cards.
Cash and credit cards, yes.
Awesome. We're recording this right now in early November, and
Right.
you are gearing up for your big season before your hibernation or supposed
Correct.
hibernation.
Yes. We are talking today because we are at the cusp of Thanksgiving pie season. It's National Pie Holiday. Practically every table in America will have a pie on it.
Is that a real statistic? Do you know?
No, I just made it up.
Okay,
But
that's fine.
makes sense.
No, it does. It does. Very few don't.
Right. Everybody's got a pumpkin pie, apple pie. And Annapolis fell in love with my pies, and I'm eternally blessed and grateful.
My thing on your pies is that I mean the fillings and the crust is the right thickness, and I like your top crust, which is because it's got like the granulated sugar and it's sort
Yes.
of crispy, and it adds a little bit of an extra flavor to it. And that's just my liking.
Traditional pies use an egg wash, a shiny egg wash on top of the crust. I've been a vegetarian for 50 years. I don't use eggs. So when I started baking the pies, what am I going to do with this crust? So one of the options I tried was butter on the top of the crust and sprinkled with raw sugar.
Okay,
And
I love it.
inspiration from the heavens. It's been a huge success.
You know, it's funny. There was a pie company that came into town several years ago. The
Ooh,
dangerously delicious pies. And I will admit that, forgive me, Father, for I have strayed. I did, I did go there one time, and honestly, they were just, I mean, flavor wise and everything else, they were okay. But it was just too thick. It was too much. I mean, you get the right consistency of it. I mean, we tried one of the savory ones, and it was just not like a chicken pot pie. It was just too much. It was almost too much breading. There's a restaurant in town that does a breakfast sandwich that they brag about, and it's just too much.
right.
You know, I sit there and say, I'd rather, there's plenty of other places that have less bread and everything else. You've hit the recipe.
I've got a winner.
Well, it's funny. I've gone to the farmer's market sometimes, and people are sitting there. I've told them, I said, hey, if you buy that pie and you get home and you say, this really sucks, you call me and I'll give you your money back.
I tell customers that all the time. First time, if you have any problem with this pie, please, I'll give you your money back. I've never had to.
Oh, absolutely not. No, then they're coming back looking for more.
Right.
So
Yes.
it's probably one of your best sales things ever there. Thanksgiving is a huge pie time. Christmas is a huge pie time.
Correct.
And we can order these. I can order one now and pick it up right before Thanksgiving for you.
Yes. People have already been ordering. Write you up the old-fashioned way with a pen and paper, and people are coming by the home bakery, so it'll be nice and fresh on Wednesday. I think it's November 26th is the date, actually.
Okay, so
Day
we can
before
just pick it up
Thanksgiving.
right the day before.
Yeah, I have a circular driveway at my home, and I'm on a dead-end street, and on Thanksgiving Day, you just come by and pull up, just like going to Chick-fil-A. Someone comes up to the car and gets your name, and we bring your order to the car and collect the cash, and we go on with life.
Good. Do your neighbors like that?
Neighbors love me.
And I'm assuming we can order in advance and pick them up at the farmer's market too as well.
Correct.
I mean, obviously that's going to be for whenever you're going to eat it. But
Yes. Yeah. If you're going out of town or whatever, you just come by the farmer's market and pick it up on the Saturday before.
You don't ship, do you?
No. I've tried it I tried it a couple of years ago. We shipped to family members all over the country just to do a test run, and it was a failure.
It was funny. I was talking to Dick Franio, who owns a boatyard, and he was just telling me that during COVID, when everybody switched to we must have takeout. We can't possibly eat inside.
Right.
And he said that, they had to go through their menu piece by piece to see what would survive on the back seat of a car.
Correct.
Going from Eastport to Hillsmere or wherever it is. Because some of the stuff, they open it up and then it's like, oh, what is this crap? And he said, that's not our product. And that's not what we want to have out. So, I mean, if it's not working for you, I mean, that makes sense.
Well, these the carriers, the people who actually work, and God bless them, they work hard. They toss the packages, and even I buy a box designed to ship pies in, it comes out a scrambled mess. So it's not good for the brand to ship.
Well, it tastes the same though. I mean,
yeah. I don't care if your pie's messed up; it tastes the same.
True. How do you get into baking and pies?
Well, my father was one of the original vendors, I guess the correct word, at the farmer's market 40 years ago.
Oh, wow.
So I moved back to Maryland in 2005 to help care for him. And part of that caring for him was taking him to the farmer's market and, hanging out. And so it was nepotism. I just
Okay.
inherited the spot.
So you're a Nepo baby.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's the way it is out there. If you're working as a family, the family continues, keeps the spot.
Well, I know that my daughter is friends with the Zayners
Yes.
up in Davidsonville, and it's just it's a family operation, that farm.
Yeah, they all are. Yeah, all those. I encourage everyone while we're talking about the farmers market, all like you were saying, John, it's all family-owned businesses. And when you're going to buy food, you got the guy who picked the food selling you the food. You go to the grocery store, how many hands have touched the product that you're buying?
It was funny, Money. I was at an event with Kevin Addix, who's the Secretary of Agriculture for Maryland, and he says he loves to go into schools and talk to kids and everything else. And he says when he first got into the whole ag world, he said he would go in and he'd say to the kids, "So tell me about what foods you like and where do they come from?" And they're all like, "Well, the Giant and the Safeway." And the Wegmans and the whole, those were the answers he got.
Right.
He said, so we're like, no, before that. And they were like dumbfounded. Not the bay, not the fields out in Nebraska or whatever it is, not the plants in the backyard.
Yep.
And he says, but now it's getting even worse because I go and I say, so where does your food come from? And they're like, DoorDash, Uber Eats.
Some guy shows up.
But you're so right though, when you're able to get into something and you're able to see, where the food comes from. And I mean, I've always thought this is farm to table, and I still think this is to a large degree a marketing scheme. There are some people that do the farm to table correctly.
Yes.
And it makes a world of difference in the taste and the health and long-term things. I mean, you're not putting any red dye 7 or, any of the
no preservatives,
whatever else is in there into the pies. So where did you come back from?
Yeah, I'm born and raised there. I went to elementary school right across the street here in West Annapolis. But, I traveled as a musician basically for years.
And then came back to take care of your...
Yeah. I mean, right after a divorce, it was a low time in my life. I didn't have any van by the river kind of deal. And, my brother invited me to come help take care of my pop.
Very cool.
So I said, okay, I can do that. That's like a worthy thing to do.
Now, why pies as opposed to bread? I mean, COVID rolled around, everybody was doing sourdough.
Well, my dad was a berry farm. He sold fresh berries out of our own garden, and he made jams. And then I figured fruit pies would be an extension of the berry farm, different form. I don't want to be out there picking berries.
Yeah, no,
He loved it. He loved being outside in the hot and picking the berries. I'd rather be baking pies.
My girlfriend's family are a bunch of farmers out in Nebraska and Kansas. And I've gone out there and I really like the area. I love, despite what she says, you really like it out? I said, yeah, I do. I mean, maybe not that huge cold and stuff like that, but boy, when I see how hard these guys work and, what goes into it on, that end of the process, as opposed to unwrapping the cellophane from the
Correct. You're right, John.
You really have a different opinion of what goes into it and how hard they work to provide the food that nourishes.
And they love what they do. Every person I talk to at the market, everyone owns their businesses. They love what they do. They love feeding people. They love coming to the market. Yeah,
and they struggle. So it's important to get out and support any local business.
Yeah, but it's not just fruits and vegetables and my delicious pies. They have seafood, they have meats, they have cheeses, they have dairy, they have a lot of things.
They got much
everything you know, everything you need out there. And this time of year, we're going to be getting into the Christmas season, like you were saying earlier. They bring craftspeople out also, with designer jewelry and stuff.
Yeah. Anytime you can support local as opposed to something national, absolutely.
Yes.
Do it, because it really makes such a huge difference. I was just talking to Dana, who owns Mathematics up in Severna Park.
Right.
They just got some more designations that they're bigger, better, fancier as far as reputation with Apple goes. And he was just saying that, they've got the same price for the iPhones, the same price for the Macs, the same price for everything else Apple does that you can get online or in the store. But when he takes his $12 or whatever he makes from selling a computer, he's going next door to Gino's Steaks and buying, a cheesesteak to eat.
Yeah.
He's putting it back into the community, and you're making the community grow. And it's the same thing with the Chef Big Money Pie with anybody when you go out to the farmer's market, and whether it's the Riva Road Farmer's Market or any of the other ones that pop up around, really support these guys.
Yeah, I take all the money I make from pies and spend it all on local doctors.
Yeah. Look at that.
Elder care.
It's a circle of life, man. Well, do you have any? Well, what's your personal favorite pie? Okay, I mean, you've been delving into pie since 2005. Did you say?
Well, no, it's 11 years now for the pies.
Okay.
So whatever the math is on that. That's when I took over the stall and started introducing my product. 2015, I introduced the product. My favorite, I like cherry pie. Actually,
Okay.
you're thinking I'm
Okay, so you're just kissing
favorite.
my ass. Okay, that's it.
No, I'm not actually. Cherry is my favorite.
Do you ever make any bizarre ones? Have you ever? I mean, I know you said you're settled down to the basically 5 flavors. I mean,
I try not to stray from my menu because it takes time, obviously. But I have pineapple pie customers, blackberry pie customers who I've been dealing with years. I'm not going to say no to them.
all right.
So that whatever. I've had up to 11 different flavors back when I first started, always just trying to see what the best seller was going to be. So now I've settled on my 5 best, but I still take care of people who want whatever they want.
There's something to be said too when you've got a good recipe, whether it be pies or anything else non-food related. Don't screw with it.
Keep it simple. Remember McDonald's started back up when we were children here, and it was like 5 things.
Yeah.
It was,
Well,
keep it simple.
Yeah.
What was it when the Model A or T came out?
Yep.
It was like, well,
That's it.
what color do you want it? Black or black?
Right.
Pick your choice.
I can only make so many pies. I work hard at it. I spend a lot of hours in the bakery this time of year, and I can only make so many. So I encourage people to stick to the flavors I offer.
How over your lifetime, do you have any idea? Just a silly, wild ass guess about how many pies you may have made?
A lot.
A lot.
A lot of pies. I had to switch to a manual press it about 2 years ago because I could no longer make the edges of the pie by hand because my fingers gave out.
Oh wow!
So I have a pizza press that I modified to work for me to press my pies together.
You know what? And AI is not going to replace Chef Big Money.
Nope.
AI will never make a pie.
No, because you know what? When you're growing up, but you think your mother and your grandmother are the best cooks in the world. When you're growing, and you get older, you say, "Oh, she was okay. She wasn't obviously my mom." You realize, but you know why they taste so good, and you thought she was the best because they cook with love. That's something I strive to do every morning. I say, I pray before I cook for the day, before I start doing it. And I visualize people eating my pies. I see it in my head on tables all over Annapolis. All the people are going to be enjoying, smiling, eating my pies and talking about this crazy guy at the farmer's market.
Yeah.
And this day and age of everyone 50-50, you're either on this side or you're on that side. The Thanksgiving table can come very contentious. And so if you don't want to be arguing about who's president or who's doing what. You want to be talking about the crazy
how good
guy.
that damn pie is.
How good the pie is. And then you can spend a half hour talking about Chef Big Money himself. And there you go, dinner's over, no one's arguing.
And I would totally encourage to do that as opposed to talking
Everyone's
politics.
smiling about the crazy pie guy.
Well, you mentioned that you had a career in music, and I do know that you retired about a year ago, right?
Yeah, sad.
You had the Chef Big Money, or not the Chef Big Money, it was the Big Money Band.
Big Money Band, yeah, marketing, right, John?
Which is where the name comes from and continues on. But you lived that rock and roll lifestyle for quite a while.
Yeah, so I'm paying for it now, right?
Well, I've friends with any number of people that have been in bands professionally, and to a degree, they all are.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I worked in a nightclub, and I mean, I've got these hearing aids, so it's
Yep. My hearing is pretty much gone. Yeah.
We just didn't think about it back then. It was like, oh, speaker right there, no problem, I'm good.
I want to feel it, man. I want to feel the music.
Do you miss the band?
Yes and no, both. Obviously, I was playing boomer music I loved from my teen years, and
Sure.
I'm just, you age out.
Yeah.
And boomers aren't going out as much as they used to come see bands playing their music, and God bless them. The next generation, they're playing their hits from their teenage years.
It's kind of funny. I was always thinking, the band, the Reagan years.
Yes.
At some point in time, and we're probably approaching it,
Yes.
nobody's going to understand what that means.
Correct. Correct. Yes. I was named a band after myself. Big Money.
What's that mean?
Exactly. What's that reference? I don't understand that. I don't get that.
It's funny. Well, I am going to encourage everybody to, if you've never tried a Big Money pie, Take a chance. You will not regret this. You can get them at the farmer's market on Riva Road on Saturdays from 7 to 1.
7 a.m. till noon we're there. And people can text and pre-order for if you wake up and you hey, I want to go to the market there. Give me a shout out, send me a text, and I'll hold your order for you. So I'm not sold out when you get there.
Your pies that you sell at the market, those were baked on Friday.
I bake Friday morning. I go take a nap. I come down and I box them up, load them up in the truck, and they're fresh.
And again, as you mentioned, it's a family deal. I mean, I know you've got your son out there. You sometimes had your granddaughters out there, working for you.
They both worked for me in the past. Yeah, I'm by myself now, pretty much. My son's taking another job, so I'm out there Saturdays by myself. Now I think I'm going to get Ursula to help me out and take these orders coming up for the next few weeks, though.
Well, what is the number to text if they want to text? I mean, I'll put it in the notes. But
I'm going to say it slow for you all. You ready, guys?
Okay. Starts with a 4, right?
4, 4, 3, 2, 2, 3, 2, 8, 9, 5.
There you go.
God bless y'all.
Facebook, Chef Big Money, or the farmer's market.
John, it's always a pleasure to talk to you if you're recording or not.
It really is. It's always a pleasure to get your pies. I do encourage everybody to get them. Again, you've got those 5 main flavors. You've got the
I'll do them for you.
Okay.
Apple, blueberry, cherry, peach, strawberry, rhubarb, and pumpkin.
There you go, 6. But no matter what kind of pie you like, I'm partial to the cherry. We will usually have 3 pies on our Thanksgiving table, one of which I absolutely insist is cherry. There is an uprising right now going on in our family celebration. They're talking about brisket for Thanksgiving, and I'm about ready to disown all my friends saying, no, you have to have turkey.
You have to have turkey. Have turkey, Chef. I advise everyone to buy 3 pies because people eat a lot more of my pie than they would an ordinary pie.
Well, they do. And they do last a while. I mean, I will say, when you cut into them, I mean, I go home with good intentions, figuring it will last a week. Very rarely will it.
People eat them.
Usually it's 7-8 hours and, off and gone. Chef Big Money, I want to thank you so much, for bringing these wonderful pies to us here in Annapolis, but thank you for your time this morning. Good luck in your Thanksgiving rush and Christmas rush. And don't forget, pies are good any time of the year. You don't need to worry about just the holidays. They're great in the summer. They're a great picnic treat. They're a great, holiday
anytime.
treat.
It's a good time to eat a pie.
All right, man. Well, I will get my order into you, and I will see you the day before Thanksgiving.
Yeah, don't be shy, folks. It's never too late to send me a text, ask for a pie.
Thanks for listening to this week's Local Business Spotlight. Please make sure to visit eyeonannapolis.net for all your local news, events, and opinion. And in case you haven't already, please subscribe to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief, where we bring you all the day's local news direct to your phone, tablet, or computer in about 10 minutes. It comes to you at 6 a.m. every Monday through Friday, and you can subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.